these woods are so thick, like, I mean, it's dense brush trying to navigate your way through these woods. I did a few camping trips and that. When I lived here, I was only here for about 6 months, maybe 8. And most of it was during the winter, so I didn't really get out that much. But during the spring, I did get out. And I did catch fish. That was awesome. And I did camp out, right, before the bugs became bad. This slush on the side of the road like that, it sucks you. It'll suck you right in, and then you'll lose control and go into the ditch. And that's why that plow guy, was piling it right back up again, because it'll just melt back down and he has to keep doing it. But these truck drivers, I tell you, they keep, I bet you they're responsible for a lot of deaths out here, because they don't care about anybody else but themselves and where they gotta go. They're like robots. You might as well just have a robot driving the truck. Not all of them, but the mass majority of them. And 5 years ago I couldn't even say the mass majority of them, but now the mass majority of them. I don't know if it's just that I'm getting older, like to play things a little more safe than I used to, but the vast majority of them are shite drivers. These places get the lake effect because the lake's right there. More like a freshwater ocean. Right? The swells on it like get super big. Like you can't. It's frozen now, right? But yeah, they get super big in the summer. I think I got some footage on it somewhere. Maybe my other phone. I did lose a phone in the lake. My bad. Yeah, I was fishing. had my phone on my lap. I had my pliers on the other side on my lap. And I caught a fish, reeled it in, right? Got it into the boat. It was like a 2-pound bass. Got it into the boat. Took a picture with my phone. Put my phone back on my lap. Grabbed my pliers. Right? Unhooked the fish. And when I threw the lure back into the water, I didn't realize that my fishing rod was hanging off the side of the boat. So that pulled the fishing rod all the way outside the boat when the lure hit the water. And I got up in order to catch my fishing rod from going to the depths of the lake. Right, my phone and my pliers both. Well, first it was my phone, and then I let go of the pliers that were in my hand in order to catch the fishing rod. And I just heard bloop bloop bloop. But I caught the fish, so I ate fish that night. And I was using my phone as like a GPS type deal to get in and out of the place, because it was through a windy, I'd say like it wasn't muskeg, it was all grass, but it was all like swamp grass. And so I spent the night there and actually ended up not feeling too good the next day, and I had to push on out of there. Right? Now, mind you, I had a water filter, but I haven't changed the filter in a couple of years. Probably should do that every year. And the water I was drinking coming into it was just like from beaver dams. So it was probably parasitic and all the other good yummies that come with that. And even though I think the filter did its job, but I think from filling it up and my hands being wet, I got some sort of bug. But it wasn't Giardia, because that takes 7 days or whatever to kick in. Whatever it was like almost instant, right? The next day. So lost the phone. So I ordered a new one, and it took 2 weeks to show up. I think it was in North Bay at the time. It took 2 weeks to show up, and then I got it. I was out of phone for 2 weeks. I think I was the happiest without it. I'm gonna go down the middle here. Until that plow driver comes in. Like I said, that slush will suck you right in. You don't want to be sucked in if you look over the edge there, right? Nobody will find you. That's Rosport Hill because there's a box cross on the top of the hill. Yeah, see, it's pushing me and sucking me and everything slush. Even that guy, he's right into oncoming traffic. Ears pop at this elevation. Voice probably changed. We're up in the clouds now. Still pretty beautiful up here. If they paid more, I probably would have stuck around and then been in the same situation that the rest of the town was in, right? I would have probably got a mortgage. My rent was pretty cheap up here, though. The apartment was pretty shitty, but rent was cheap. That's all you smelled was mold going into it. And then the dating aspect of things, there's, I can tell you right now, you take what you can get. I didn't date. Love is a choice. There was no dating scene right now. I think one of the younger guys that worked there, he was funny. He's like, yeah, you don't really date here. He's like, the only girl in town's everybody's girlfriend. He's like, you just lose your turn once in a while. That's horrible, I know this. Okay, we're gonna slow her down. 5. So this slush sucks you in pretty good. Hey, that's Lake Superior. It's not clouds, guys. But it's a big, 30-foot drop at the other end of that, guardrail. I'll just take her easy there, Chief. You don't want to ride your brakes when you're going down these big hills. Right? No good for your brakes. Like, depress them and then take them off. let them cool down a bit. Like in this weather, they're not going to heat up too drastically that they can't cool down. But in the summer months, right, it can get pretty hot, and then like if you're driving a tractor trailer, you can run out of brakes pretty fast. Other spots would have like a runoff ramp and that. These don't. There's no runoff ramps. I think the northern route does have a few runoff ramps. So if you get into oh my Jesus situation, then there is. But these don't. This side doesn't. Coming in, I think coming into the town of Rossburg, so just over the next hill, I do believe, right? We can't see the top of the mountain in order to tell. It's always a good idea to keep a full tank in this area because they can shut down the highway at any time. It's not good. This guy is Dink number 1. These trucks, like when it's freshly snowing, they're throwing slush at you and everything. It's blinding. And it's scary. Like, see? It just blinds you. Like, it's not that much snow on the road right now, but when there is, it just blinds you. And then you got like 7 of them in a row. You can't see for those 7 trucks in a row, and they don't care. They don't even think about it, right? They just hammer down, plow through. Okay. And this is slush, right? So it's like ice and snow. They do their best to put dirt on the road. I wonder if they're sticking behind me because they got internet. But I got a whole lineup of cars behind me. I got the Starlink on, but I don't know if it's working or not. Like going through all these hills and that, okay. So we got our superhero here, who is like her up and go. See? Don't care, eh? Disrespect. Probably gotta bleep that, eh? These are the superheroes of the town. Right? They got new trucks because they rode off their old ones. I thought we did pass the Rossport sign. Well, there he is. Ever since the mill closed down, I bet you that the budget is just not in for the snowplows anymore. It's got to come out of the provincial budget, not the town budget. Look how scary that is. Looks like you're gonna drive right off into the lake. You can see where it's wow, beautiful lake. How many people have died in that? I don't know. Over by shore, it looks like it's breaking up. Schreiber, yeah. Sounds about right. Give this guy lots of room. I guess that's the point over there. That's where they said the best fishing is. But that's all open water. Oh, wow. Open water. Not going to be doing any ice fishing in open water. Some rain here, boys. Marathon, 75 minutes. Yeah, it's open water. not even that windy, or the swells are not even that big. They can get pretty big. I'm not sure if you can surf freshwater or not. I have to look that up. I think freshwater is a lot more heavy. That's why saltwater you can you float a lot better, right? So the board can be a little less floatable. I don't know how to say that. More dense, I guess. And you can still ride the top of the wave. But in freshwater, I think it's more heavy. That's why it's harder to swim in freshwater than it is in saltwater. You become more buoyant in saltwater. Schreiber Heritage Day. This is the provincial park that girl went missing. I just went for a run one day and never came back. You can look it up on Missing 411 or just Google it. Find a trace of her. I think she got thrown into a boat, to be honest with you. just sticking behind me for some reason. I don't know where I am to pass. That's gonna be sloppy. Not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. So drifters, sign for drifters there. That's the sports pub in town. That's where they all gather for their Friday night and do dancing, and share the only girl in town. I'm just joking, there's more than one So a little neat fact, if you're a townie, you get 5 cents off at that Esso. 5 cents a liter off. So they jack the price up 5 cents for passer buyers. As we got 3/4 of a tank, so we're going right to Wawa in order to fuel up. This Ford here, there's a altercation on it. Probably Google it. There was an altercation that was put on YouTube between a customer and that Ford. So I'm gonna try to stay away from that Ford dealership. It's over YouTube, and it's kind of ridiculous, but I watched it. When I was Googling the town to see what was in it, that's what came up. Population 1,001. But look how beautiful. Yeah, look how beautiful those houses are. Right on the bay, right on the river, going to the Lake Superior. It's not for sale. It's a vote sign. I figured I'd come through here and everything would be for sale. I guess there's people still hoping on the mill opening back up again. I'm sure if the government took it over, that it would open back up again. But that's the thing. But the government, they're trying to close down all these mills. Right? Go green, go paperless. So this is Schreiber. This is where the OPP police station is, and yeah, there's not really much to this place. I used to live down that road, Perry Street. The restaurant right across the street from the OPP there is yeah, that's owned by the two families that run this town. It's good food, don't get me wrong. I ate there a few times. Very good food. Highly recommend it. Prices aren't bad either. Roads don't get driven that much. It's a little more slick than usual. It's 10 kilometers drive to the next town. My ticket on this hill. misting out. It's hard to say if that's coming from the road or the sky. Blades up. Here's a guy who's got his blade down. I used to drive this every day for 6 months. Everybody knows Terrace Bay from the lighthouse. I don't know if you can go into it anymore or not, but it used to have like a sign-off sheet. I went in there once, signed it off. That tower is. That looks big. Newish. he doesn't have a license or anything. But he hitchhikes between Schreiber and Tarrace Bay all the time. And then run into him. But here's the drifters and the light tower. Yeah, lighthouse or whatever. So there's a big investigation going on with the OPP there in this town. Just over this hill is Mill Road, or over this bridge, I should say. Follow Mill Road, it will take you all the way to the 11th. Or is the 17th? Can't remember which one we're on. It's the opposite from which we're on. And it's a dirt road the whole way. But there's good, just half decent fishing, right? Like, you're not catching trout or nothing, but right down this road here. Vehicles coming in and out, so they must be maintaining the boilers to the mill, because I think that's what supplies power to the town. It's going to be a shit drive the whole way. That's the lakefront effect. Just do the speed limit. It's hard to say if the plow actually came through here, or is that just people driving it? I think it's just people driving it. This guy's gonna pause. Yeah. I think the most stressful part of this leg is done. There's still some shady areas in that. There's a huge bridge. And on that huge Start of a trail called the Crack. And, yeah, it's like a big crack in the mountain. And you walk through it. Coming up on that. I think it's within 45 minutes. Well, this is already 2 hours and 45 minutes long, so I'm gonna reset. These guys in my lane, what do you say? They're the roads department. Okay.